Okay, Shannon, this is the last part of this question. So first of all, we found out what the break-even volume is, and we found out that that was 19,000 units, didn't we? I believe that was 19. We found out that that was 19,000 units. So, I mean, I guess if we're selling them for £5, we can work out the break-even revenue, which is the £5 times the 19, right? So we have 5 times 45, and we have £95,000. And this is the revenue that we need to break even, right? Because we still have to do revenue minus the variable costs to give us contribution, and then that will now cover our fixed costs of £57,000. So our £57,000 is our fixed costs. Okay, great. So this is a slightly interesting area here. So it says here CPL also manufactures and sells another paint. This is manufactured in batches of 12,000 cans, and it makes a contribution of £42,000 a batch. Okay, great. So currently contribution is £42,000 a batch. That's fine. So we know that. So here we are. We sell one batch, and we get, and this is a really good way to think about it, and we get £42,000. So if we go back to the question, we're told that the fixed costs are currently 56,000. So I've sold one batch. I have contribution of 42,000. I haven't quite not covered our fixed costs yet. So we need to sell a few more. Maybe sell another half a batch, probably. But maybe less than half a batch. But we're not quite home and dry just yet. So it says that the fixed cost, and it says the CPL has set a target profit of 31,500. I set a target profit of 31,500 from manufacturing and selling this paint. So here's the thing: if it's set a target profit, this a combination of questions here. So target profit is literally saying, listen, a target profit is saying, okay, in addition to you covering the fixed cost, we also want you to cover this target profit of, you also have another kind of, if you like, there's a number of ways of looking at it. You have another fixed cost. When I say fixed cost, another target of, in this question we are told 31,500. So you have another kind of, before you can settle down, you have another kind of target of 31,500. That's one way of looking at it. Because in this scenario, we could have found this maybe differently if we had if you like, I mean, technically, let's look at how many units. We can probably find, let's see here, it says that we sell, okay, great. So we can sort of work out what the contribution is. I mean, 42,000, it says £42,000 per batch, right? So, I mean, just really think about what you're doing here, what they're really saying. They're telling us that we have 42,000 per batch, and we're getting a contribution of 42,000 for, is it 12? Let me see how many units. 12,000 cans. A bit of an odd number there. 12,000 cans. So we can almost work out what the contribution is per can. So you can see that in an interesting kind of way, once I've achieved break even, if someone said to me, I could go forward and I could actually just, this is just to get you thinking about it. Once you've achieved break even, if someone says, oh, I need you to get a target profit of whatever, well, all I need to do is, because from now on, I don't have any fixed costs. I'll say that again. Once you've achieved break even, well, all contribution goes towards profit. So if I know, and I'll say that again, once you've broken even, all contribution, right, must be profit, because you don't have to think about your fixed costs anymore. So if I said to you that I give you a target profit of 50,000, and once you've broken even, so once after breaking even, well, if I make a contribution of £5, well, all I need to do is sell 10,000 units. So target profit comes after we've covered our fixed costs, right? Because we must break even first before we can start talking about target profits. So in effect, what we can do is a range of ways. We could first of all arrive at break even and then do that. Or we could just add on, which is very popular, add on our target costs onto our fixed costs, because that means in a way we have to cover all of these costs. I mean, you can play with this, but add on the 56,000 to the 31,500, and that gives us, if you like, 56,000 plus 31,500, and that gives us 87,500 as, if you like, as our fixed costs. So what I could do is literally divide. I could first of all find what the contribution is per can. 42,000 divided by 12,000, which gives me £3.50. So I can see here that my contribution per can is £3.50. So I know that if I divide 87,500 by £3.50, right? Because I mean, after all, this is selling price minus the variable cost per can. I mean, that's what this is. That's the contribution for 12,000 cans. So now I can find how many cans I need to sell to break even and cover my fixed costs. So that's 87,500 divided by £3.50, which is 25,000 cans. So I need to sell 25,000 cans. I need to sell 25,000 cans to not only break even, but to break even and cover my fixed costs. I could have done this in two ways. I could have said 56,000 over £3.50, so I can calculate what I need to break even first. So 56,000 divided by £3.50, which gives me 16,000 cans. So I need 16,000 cans to break even. Then I could then say, okay, then 31,500 divided by £3.50 gives me 9,000. So now I have 9,000 cans to get that target profit. So of course, 16,000 plus 9,000 gives me the 25,000 cans. So you can do it. You could break it up. You could first of all find the number of cans you need to break even, and then look at the target profit and divide that target profit by your contribution to give you the extra cans you need to meet that profit. So so far I need 25,000 cans. And let's look at the final bit of the question. Then it says, if you're selling 20,000 cans, if CPL sells 20,000 cans, so well, let's look at this. If you sell 20,000 cans, your break-even is 16,000 cans. So if your break-even is 16,000 cans, the margin of safety, of course, is the difference between 20,000 cans and 16,000 cans. So your margin of safety is what you actually sell less your break-even. And remember, your break-even is this fixed cost divided by the contribution per can, right? So we have here 4,000 cans as our margin of safety. And then here it says, how many cans do you have to sell to reach this? Well, you need to sell 25,000 cans, and we've calculated that. Cool, great stuff. I hope that's been helpful. Yeah, and good luck with your exam on Friday.